What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Be the Fish, and welcome to a new video series, and one that I am absolutely loving so far. And I say so far because this video series has lived on the Serious Angler YouTube channel, which I'll link right here for you guys to watch episodes 1 and 2, and that is chasing hardware. If you're new to the channel and new to the video series, chasing hardware is something that really emulates how I look at bass fishing, especially competitive bass fishing. If you want a full breakdown of what chasing hardware is all about, I will link the video right here for you guys. Chasing hardware really emulates how I look at competitive bass fishing and bass fishing in general. I'm here to learn and do the best that I can and have the best days that I can on the water. And when I get off the water that day, I will have learned something new and advanced myself as an angler. And that's what chasing hardware is all about, because with that mindset, you're chasing the win. You're chasing that hardware, that trophy, that first place prize. And that's what all of us as tournament anglers go for. That being said, this is episode 3 of Chasing Hardware.
Are you kidding me? That's a freaking giant. It's a freaking giant.
In episode 3, we are starting our journey down to Lake Eufaula in Alabama for the next stop of the Hobie BOS series. We've had one tournament so far with Hobie BOS. There's been a couple on the trail, but only one that we've been able to fish so far down on Toledo Bend in Texas/Louisiana, where we did not get off to the start that we wanted, but we finished up in 48th out of 200. And obviously we are looking to make a big change to our season down on Eufaula. So today is actually Thursday. I am starting my drive tomorrow evening, start making my drive down to Lake Eufaula. And right now all I'm doing is doing some last minute research, map study before I get started down on my drive. So to lay it out for you guys, today again is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday, tomorrow is when I leave, and I'm actually going to head down and fish with my buddy Mr. Tyler Berger, Mr. Bass Fishing HQ. We found a little couple-hour window. We're going to get together finally and go fishing. So that'll be in a whole separate video. That won't be on this video. You guys will see that soon. Go fishing with Tyler, and then I'm actually, after that, I'll drive another 4 or 5 hours where I'm going to stay in Kentucky. And on Saturday, I'm going to go fishing with our buddy, Mr. John King. Fish with him on Saturday in Kentucky for a few hours, probably the whole morning, and then complete my drive to Eufaula, get there by Saturday night-ish. And then we're going to set up camp. This whole week, we are going to be setting up a tent, staying at the campground. I'll show you guys the whole setup when we get there. But we'll be fishing all day Sunday. Monday, Tuesday is a work day for me, just like Toledo Bend was. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is going to be all practice days for me. Registration on Friday night, and then tournament Saturday and Sunday. So that lays out the week. We have a lot to accomplish this week, kind of a lot on the line, because honestly I'm not fishing too many Hobie BOS's. I think I'm fishing a total of 5. So I am trying to make this, that 48th place finish at Toledo Bend my worst finish of the year. That is the goal. I'd always try to hold myself to a high expectation, expecting good results, and I really let Toledo Bend slip away from me with some lost fish that are completely my fault. So we're going to go into this, and we have a new different game plan that I'll explain later in this video as we get into it. You guys are going to see all of practice in episode 3, and then episode 4 will be tournament day. I am beyond excited to get down there, and I've heard this place is actually fishing tough. Results in the past, especially from kayak tournaments, have been decent. Like, there's some big fish popping up, but in terms of 5 fish, it can be a very tough place to get a limit, and that's one I'm actually pretty excited about. I like tougher tournaments, and it's one that I think I could do better in. Slugfests are always really hard to do well in, so something like this, if it is tough, I feel confident, and I'm excited to get down there. It's a brand new place, never fished it before. It has a lot of history, especially with bass fishing, and it's one that I am looking to add to. So come along, episode 3 of Chasing Hardware is here. Let's get rolling south. All right, it is time to go. We got the Hobie on top. We got everything packed up. and it is time to head south. We are starting our trek to first stop in Ohio to meet up with Tyler Berger from Bass Fishing HQ, do a couple hours of fishing, do some more driving tonight, fishing in Kentucky tomorrow. We're gonna bring you guys along. The fishing with Tyler and John tomorrow will be featured in different videos again, like I mentioned, but I'm excited. It's time to get rolling. Let's get on the road. I don't know if you can hear that clicking in the background. One thing I always fail to do, for whatever reason, on a bunch of these trips, I always have a buzzbait rigged up, and it always just clacks the entire trip and annoys the hell out of me. Like, I needed to do note to self, stop rigging a buzzbait before the drive. Like, just save it for when you get there. I just thought that was funny. Because it's like clacking already, and I gotta turn my podcast or whatever I'm listening to up so that I can it like sounds out that buzzbait clack. But we are about probably 45 minutes into the drive right now. We're doing about 4.5 hours to Ohio, a couple hours of fishing, and then 4 more hours to Kentucky. Stay at a hotel tonight, and then fish all morning tomorrow in Kentucky, and then drive 7 hours the rest of the way to Lake Eufaula. And then we'll be on the water Sunday, all day. So I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna take you guys along the way here, do a little travel vlog, just like we did in episode 1. So again, you're gonna see travel vlog, me driving down, and then you'll see all of practice. So you will see fishing in this video, I promise. You will see each day of practice. We got 3 GoPros running, in addition to having the camera and the iPhone. So hopefully we'll be getting some good content for you guys, kind of like talking through this practice and kind of my strategy. And as we get along on the road here, I'll talk more about what's going through my mind as we get closer to Eufaula. But right now we're gonna finish this drive. We'll probably stop and get some breakfast. But either way, I'm excited to go try to catch my first Ohio bass. Try to cross off another state on the list and go fish with Tyler, because I'm pretty pumped for that. So stay tuned. If you guys want to see some behind the scenes stuff, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. I'll link that right here, and it'll be down below in all the show descriptions, where you guys can see all the links to my social media and the Serious Angler social media. So if you guys have not yet, it'd be awesome if you could give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. We'll chat with you guys when we stop in a little bit. All right, we are off the water. Got on the water with Ty, and there's not going to be a video that comes out with this because, well, frankly, we didn't catch any fish. It looked like this the whole time.
They're impossible to catch. It's like
Really?
They got to be the ones that are right up on top of the stuff to catch.
So yeah, it was it was a little bit brutal wind-wise. We kind of like hit the worst window, and it was the only time he could fish, and that's exactly when I was rolling through. So it worked out to connect, and it was just good to finally meet up, go fishing together. But we'll have some future videos with Ty. Maybe we'll get him up to New York and go fishing. But right now we are getting some food. We did like 2 hours on the water, getting food now. 4-hour drive down to Kentucky, down to the hotel tonight, and then we'll meet up with our buddy Mr. John King tomorrow morning to go fishing in Kentucky for about 5 or 6 hours. Stay tuned. We're gonna eat and then get on the drive. We'll see you guys at the hotel. All right, we are at the hotel. We got some grub, took a shower. Been just kind of relaxing, watching a movie. We have been doing a little bit of YouTube, but also doing some map study. This kind of stuff interests me, and it's kind of some details you can see. Look, if you look at this water, it's from here where my cursor is and this main river, 2 different watercolors. I mean, you can find these details. I mean, it obviously helps that you have, you know, Google Earth to do it and the watercolor's so different. But obviously there's some runoff here that's flowing down. There must be some sort of like pocket, point, or whatever that this boat is fishing. But you can tell that this current is flowing down because of, you know, when you look towards the main river here. Let me zoom out here. You can see that watercolor draining off here. And because it's draining off this way, it leads me to believe this river is going to be flowing that way. So it's just kind of like small details you can look at.
All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is Saturday morning. We're gonna go meet up with our buddy John because we are in Kentucky, and we're going fishing this morning. It's like almost 60 degrees. Such a nice change from New York, so I am excited. Go chase some pre-spawners. The water temp's gonna be a lot warmer than what we're used to in New York, so I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna go probably grab some waters, you know, coffee, that sort of deal, and then go get on the water this morning. So what are you guys gonna see? You might see some clips. I might throw some stuff in here, but we're gonna make a whole separate video on actually fishing with John here. So look out for that on the whole Be The Fish YouTube channel. I'll link that here once that's up. Let's go grab some coffee and let's go fishing. And like I said, I'll show you guys some clips, and if not, we'll see you after we go fishing with John.
All right, guys, we just got off the water. Had a fun day with John. I caught 2 fish. Unfortunately, John skunked. Only got 1 fish on camera. We'll play that right here. Oh.
Yep. There you go. That's all it took.
I was like, I know what that feels like.
God damn it. I got to start flipping.
It was just, it was a lake he's barely ever been to, and obviously it's my first time. And it looks awesome. It looks great. It really looks like we're in Kentucky, but it looks like almost like a Texas reservoir. And it just did. We had a thunderstorm last night. Things just didn't add up, unfortunately. But either way, it was good to catch up with John, go fishing. Had a good time regardless. But we are headed south. We're pointed towards Eufaula. We're gonna go grab some food. And we got about 6.5 hour drive till we're gonna stop. Probably honestly at a campsite tonight and honestly just sleep in the car. We got our first day of fishing tomorrow on Eufaula. But honestly, I am starving right now, so let's go get some food and get on the road. All right, guys, good morning. We went to the hotel, basically passed out right away, and actually got, let's see, we got in about 10:30, woke up at 6, so a decent 7.5 hours of sleep, which we can't complain about. And we are feeling very refreshed this morning. And we are starting our literally 25-minute drive to our first boat launch this morning. And we are gonna head out and start fishing Eufaula today. Today starts practice. Starts practice for the 3rd episode of Chasing Hardware and my 2nd Hobie BOS event of the year. So we're gonna go put our head down, get to work. We're probably gonna fish until like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and then drive about 45 minutes or so down to the campground, get checked in. We'll probably try to unload most of the car, get the tent set up, even though there's some thunderstorms that are coming. So that'll be interesting. But amidst that, we're gonna try to get the tent set up, and then once we got all that set up and stuff out of the car that doesn't need to be in the car, it could be in the tent, we'll run to Walmart and go get a bunch of food and get stuff for the week and get settled. So that's the plan for now. Wanted to fill you guys in. Let's go get on the water. All right, guys, we have finally got the kayak all set up, and it kind of took our time just because that first unload of the trip, especially when you're traveling across country, it can kind of be hectic because you have all of your stuff with you.
especially being the fact that I'm in my Ultima. So you're kind of scrummaging through things and trying to make not too big of a mess, because you got to put it all back together to go back to the campsite tonight. But we got it all loaded up. Kind of waited for this fog to lift a little bit too, just because like I don't mind going out in the fog. It's not like scary or anything, but I also want to know where I'm at. I want to get away of the land. Also because I saw a giant gator attack something right where I'm supposed to be launching. So that's kind of a little unnerving. Being the New Yorker in me kind of gets a little nervous with that. But I'm gonna trust my buddy Zach's advice and say that they're more afraid of me than I of them, and we'll hold that true. But here we are. We are at Lake Eufaula. It's our first time launching on Eufaula, and we're gonna see what happens. I'm excited. Go try to catch our first Eufaula bass. Get the kayak all loaded up. Let's get on the water. We're here. It's too late now. We're just gonna go for it. All right, so plan is basically we're gonna power fish and fish simple until we don't have to. It's gonna try to take a couple days to just fish stuff that's obvious, you know, stuff that will make sense, something that I can, you know, repeat in multiple places. And you know, I spend too much time trying to find off the wall stuff that I think I end up hurting myself in the long run trying to, you know, make a tournament of champions, where it might definitely help me, you know, secure a win, but I don't think it'll help me, you know, get to be where I need to be, if that makes any sense. So that's the plan today. Stay tuned. We'll see what happens here. Look at that awful hook set. That was such a bad hook set. I was honestly kind of taken aback. They're in here, I guess. See if we can't flip in there. Just missed another one. Alright, we snuck back into this little pond. It's actually kind of relatively hard to get back to. And I'm hearing fish and I'm seeing a lot of grass back here move. So it gives me the feeling that there's some fish back here. So we're gonna throw this popping frog around, probably pitch some of this stuff too. See if we can't get bit. If we can get bit back here, this could be some place we have to ourselves, potentially. Get a little punch rig. So I am switching up to this Queen Tackle switchblade. This Queen Tackle is tungsten bladed jig because of this picture right here. That's what that that's what the bait is. So I think this honestly mimics it perfectly. So we're just gonna go down this line, and we're probably gonna get out of here because like there's activity, but I don't know if it's bass. Like I got blown up on once on the frog, but it's not enough to convince me. Oh my god, I don't know what that was. Whatever it was, it just freaking went nuts. Let's get back in there actually, see if it's a bass. It might be just like, I don't know what it is. There's something in here that's like coming up on top, and it might be gar, because there was gar in that first pocket where we launched. So that could potentially be it. But either way, I think this bait mimics it perfectly. I just don't think there's enough bass in here. At least that bass that are telling me that they're here. I just don't have the right signs of life.
No way! Dude, that was a freaking giant. Oh. They're sharp, I don't... Dude. That was a freaking giant. How did he get off? How did it get off? Dude, that was like at least a 7. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Oh, that's gonna hurt real bad. Oh, that hurts. How did he get off? I felt like I hit him pretty good. Hooks are sharp. Oh man, it's like when he turned right here, like right next to the boat, he came off. I don't know what else I would have done. I mean, I had to maintain control. I can't turn around. I wish I had my net. I didn't bring a net. Oh god, I'm gonna be sick. That's potentially a personal best bass right there. Good, how are you? Alright guys, we are at a new area, different launch, and the first area, like the only productive stuff we found was like literally like across from the ramp, which I guess isn't a bad thing. You know, if I find decent stuff up here and I want to run different places, that's fine. What I think was happening is those fish were spawning, and I think that is why that they kept missing it, because I missed all those fish. Lost that freak giant, which still really hurts. Literally holding in a throw up basically, because that was, if I had to guess, that was at least 7.5, and that's being generous. And that, yeah, that stings pretty bad, but you know what, you can't dwell on it. It's only practice. At least it wasn't the tournament. That would have really sucked. That would have been salt to the wound. But we're gonna go back out here. We have thunderstorms coming, so we got the rain gear packed in case we need to get back here. But we're gonna go down, basically look for the same stuff out here at a new place. So I'm gonna shut up and we're gonna get to it. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go figure this place out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the problem I have, I think, is somewhere around ICAST there's a KBF Lake Erie and St. Clair tournament. I don't remember. I think it might even be that week, the weekend of ICAST, the ICAST weekend, but they're going to be there on Friday.
Oh my God, I just
That
lost a...
tournament.
Hold on.
What'd
That-
you get?
I just lost a freaking other one on the frog.
Did you really?
Dude, what the heck? If I
Are you
landed
going
these...
over like matted vegetation or where?
I'm in open water.
Open water?
Like, I'm on the
If you're
bank
open
in
water,
these...
you might need to try whopper flopper or something else.
I'm gonna see if they
You're
eat it
open.
again. Dude, I think they're
Yeah.
spawning.
Yeah, that's true. It's funky. If they start hitting it like that, just
That was a freaking... God dang it. I just want to catch one of these things.
I know, yeah, I need to see one. I mean, I doubt it's you know, there's some chain pickerel and there's bowfin in that system, but you know, you're getting hit by bass, I'm sure. But just beware, you could also run into some of those trash fish.
Storm's coming, but I can't stop fishing. All right, we are calling her quits, probably, honestly, for the day. If that's a gator, that's a giant. Ooh, I don't know what that was. That is a gator, which I don't think it is. Low-key, hope it's not, because that would be freaking huge. Anyway, I think we're calling it quits for the day, because it's supposed to thunderstorm all night, so I want to get packed up and at least get by the campsite. So we need to also go to Walmart. We need to get groceries. We need to get a bunch of stuff before just to get started, you know, get us prepped for the week. I want to get that done today. And if we do get a break in the weather, I need to set up my tent and get all that jazz ready to go. Look at that. It's storming right now, but we got the Hobie on top. That's gonna be our campsite. Even though it's raining, we got all of our stuff basically set up. But unfortunately, it is storming out. We got a launch down there. Fortunately, we're gonna be stuck in the car for a little bit because it's raining till 6 o'clock, so we're literally stuck here for 4 hours. I may honestly just try to take a nap, or I might watch a movie. I'm not too sure what we're gonna do just yet. I actually have a book in here. I'll probably read the book. I just checked in and found out a rule with this campground that I was not aware of when I bought this campsite. Really wish I did, because I wouldn't have bought it. It is that I cannot leave, like they gate this thing off. I cannot leave the campground until 7 a.m. Central, which the tournament, Eufaula is like, where I launched today, I was in Eastern time. Where I'm at now, I'm still on Eufaula, same lake, but I'm in Central time, so it's literally like on the cuff. So that being said, say like the tournament, I think it starts, actually I should probably check when the tournament starts this weekend. Say it starts 8 a.m. Eastern, I can't leave this campground till 7 a.m. Central. That is the start of tournament time. So thankfully, I pick a site that's like one of the last ones before the actual, like, the public boat ramp that they have here. Because they told me what I'll have to do is park my car at the boat ramp and walk to my site and then walk back in the morning, which I am not a fan of this week. Like, that's just, I mean, it's open till 10, so I'll have to go park it and walk back, but like, that's just such a hassle. It really is, and especially like sleeping here without my car next to me. You know, obviously I'm gonna have to put all my valuables and such here, and I'm gonna have my kayak on the car with not being around it. I mean, it's, you know, fingers crossed it doesn't get stolen. Because I've heard this place can be, you know, kind of a rough neighborhood in terms of people stealing stuff.
I've just got to roll with the punches this week. Hopefully it's all worth it in the end. It just means I'm gonna have to budget for more time, and it's gonna be interesting. I gotta figure out when the launch time is this weekend for the tournament, and then 2, how to budget that where I'm gonna be or where I want to launch, whatever area I decide to start in, and a budget for time to wake up Central Time versus Eastern Time. I'm not the greatest at math, so this is gonna be interesting. I think I'm just gonna wake up super early, so it's not even a problem. But we're here. I'm gonna eat some food, probably read a book. Just wanted to catch you guys up on what's going on here. We're here. Now we're getting set up. It should be, we should get a break in the weather, put the tent up, and hopefully get to relax a little bit this evening. All right. Look at that. Beautiful. Sunshine, stopped raining, but it does look like there's more storms coming, so I need to stop talking and I need to get this tent up now. Cheers to hopefully a good week and no more lost big fish. That is peaceful. I'm really looking forward to this week. All right, I gotta get this tent up. All right, guys, we are in the tent right now. It is about 7:30 Central, so for me it's about 8:30. But I had a really peaceful night tonight, like having a few beers, sitting by the fire, calling from friends. It was kind of nice to like just relax, you know, just have my headspace out of work, away from fishing, away from, you know, the stresses that I have right now. It's been really nice. So it was a night that was much needed. And tomorrow it's kind of a work day. I'm hoping to try to get out in the evening, but worst case scenario, we have a half day Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of practice, which you'll see everything as long as I can get my cameras to work, which today worked flawlessly. So fingers crossed that keeps so. So we'll either way, we'll get in some fishing tomorrow. We're definitely gonna get in enough of practice. I just don't know. After today, I don't know what I'm gonna be looking for. So I think my next plan of action is to head back north again, because I am about mid-lake, head back north and try to see on an area that I was looking at a while ago in terms of pre-practice, like looking at my map, trying to see an area that looks good, and if that area looks a lot like where I found bites today. So if that's the case, you know, we'll see. We're gonna go try it out. But then also I want to go south, like way south, the deepest part of the lake. Not that it's a big change of deep, but it might be a difference in terms of just the amount of water, where it might be a lower water temperature, meaning there might be more fish on bed. So while that's a big risk, it's one I need to check out just to write it off. So, but right now we're just gonna, you know, either watch a movie, read a book, and get some shut-eye, because tomorrow we have to work and hopefully get some fishing in. Either way, we'll talk to you guys in the morning.
Good morning, Eufaula.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Eufaula. You can see way the distance over here. Actually, there's a kayak angler that's practicing today. Today is Monday, and I have some work to get done this morning, and then I have some meetings this afternoon. So unfortunately, you know, we're not gonna be able to fish today. Well, I should say this morning, but hopefully today, maybe this evening, we'll get out and bounce around some different areas. I think what I might do is just try to find like a backwater area today, something that would be short, sweet, something I don't need a lot of time to cover to figure out if there's fish or not. But I'm also thinking about a completely different spectrum of trying to just take that time to go graph main lake for brush piles. I know it's kind of sidetracked from the strategy I had originally had, but just trying to see what's around. But I think, and the more that I'm talking it out now, I think it'd be smart for me to go find some backwater stuff and then find brush piles. So either way, I just want to update you guys. Got some work to get done, and then hopefully we'll be hitting the water tonight. So just walking the bank. Last night, I was standing right there on the sand. Now it's got water on it. So the water rose from all the rain last night, which I don't know if you can see, but there's a slight current coming this way, which means there's got to be an outflow back there. So maybe that's something that we go check out. So before the video goes any further,
I want to talk to you guys about something. This right here is a bottle of Basil Hayden, and for those who know their liqueurs, it is it's not a cheap bottle of bourbon, but what's pretty freaking cool about it is it's got this custom Mega Live 360 imaging sticker on it that I got on a Humminbird ice trip, and I have yet to take a sip out of it. I mean, I've had it, like I've had Basil Hayden like on the trip, but what we're gonna do with this bottle is we're gonna bring this to every national tour event, and I'm gonna bring it to every single one, and I am not going to drink from it until I win one, whether it's 10 years or next year or this week, whatever it is. I'm not gonna drink out of this thing until we win one. So it's gonna be kind of a cool thing to kind of feature through, and something to look forward to if I even get to win one of these things to drink out of this baby. So just wanted to fill you guys in on that. It's kind of a cool little deal, and it's a freaking sweet little bottle. So I don't even know if I told you guys yet, but my power outlet at my campground is a 30 amp. I need a 15 to plug in my laptop, everything like that. And they don't have any adapters at the local Walmart or the Tractor Supply. I literally just walked to the laundry that we have here on the campsite, and there's one outlet open. So I'm literally gonna have to walk to, because my one laptop that I store all my media on is having battery issues, so I need to have power to start it and keep it on. But like, I can unplug it once I start it. When it's plugged, I can unplug it after that, and it'll work fine. For some reason, it needs to be connected to power to actually start up and stay on. So I'm gonna have to walk to the laundry every time to dump footage on my laptop, which is that'll be interesting. Well, guys, we got our first Eufaula bass, a whopping 12-incher. I guess it took for us to turn the GoPro off to actually freaking catch one. I hope that's not the pattern, because then there's not going to be a chasing hardware. That would suck. It blew up on it once, then blew up on it again, and finally had him. This week just keeps piling on with setbacks. My RV adapter, like the electric in my campsite, doesn't work. So I'm literally in the laundry room of the campground using the outlet because the adapter I bought for my car won't work. So I'm using the outlet in the freaking laundry room, and I go to upload my footage from today, and the GoPro behind me that caught the swim jig fish from today was all photos. I never switched it to photos. It was on video when I started recording. It's just one hit after another. So I stay positive. At least I showed you guys the fish from the chesty. I wish I could have showed you the video, because that catch was sick. That fish came like surfaced, waked for the swim jig. So at least we have 3 more days of practice to hopefully accrue some footage to entertain you guys and to entertain myself and not screw up anything else. Just one thing after another, technology is setting back, and I'll go through in the recap of this episode of like what I've had to do with this campground. I'll explain later, but for now I need to get this editing done. Ooh, no, that's actually a good one I landed on that swim jig. It's probably an 18, 19-incher. I'll let her go. See you later, mama. Fishing some different oddball stuff here. Some grass along a seawall, just something completely different than the rest of this lake for the most part. Something that I haven't fished yet. All I'm trying to do is fish new stuff, because the stuff I've been doing isn't working. I'll catch like one-off fish, but nothing consistent. I'm just dreaming about finding a pocket that's just loaded. Well, they're spawning like just 10 of them there that I can use for 2 days. That's all I want to do. Is that too much to ask? All right, we're gonna, launch is right around this corner. We're gonna head back, pack up and make a move. Either we're gonna go back upriver or we're gonna head down south. Kind of leaning towards right now, seeing as I'm more south than I am north. Heading south and trying to find some clearer water. All right, guys. We are at our 3rd stop for the day. finally found us some clear water. Well, cleaner water, I should say. And it looks to be protected. So if that's the case, this could prove hopefully pretty beneficial for us. There's only one other kayak right here. I guess we'll find out. Alright guys, we are packing it in. Pretty uneventful day. Well, literally uneventful because we didn't catch a single bass today. Eufaula is looking tricky, especially because it's super muddy. It just honestly looks like crap. And there's a lot of things that look great, but there's just no fish there. Not sure yet. Not sure what I'm gonna do. I just need to start putting some puzzle pieces together. I think tomorrow I'm gonna spend just about all day in the river. I'm gonna go up north because that was where I got my best bites. I want to check out watercolor. I want to try to go past boundary. I want to see what we can do because right now I have no clue. Good morning guys. It is 5:37. We're on the water. Sunrise is in 30 minutes and we are out here to have a full day up on the river because we can't get anything going down the lake. So we're gonna try some main river stuff. We're gonna try a bunch of these little backwater pockets. It's the best bite we've had so far. We brought Mega Live today to see if there's any river fish that are post spawn that we can pick off. See if that'll play it off, because that could be off the wall stuff that no one else is doing. Either way, let's get after them and go try to find ourselves some fish. A bass? It is a bass. Oh man. It is a bass. As soon as we put a trailer hook on, and it's a good one. I thought that was a bass, dude. Oh, come on, son. If they're in here, boy, let's go. I mean, come on. These are pre-spawners too. Look at that. Fat belly. They ain't going anywhere. Come on, dude. I hope they're here. I can't get excited right now. But I spent oh guys, if you know how hard I've been working for a bite. I know it's only been a couple days, but still a couple days we'll do some mental tax on you. We just need to get one more bite to confirm that they're actually here. Hopefully we're putting together a pattern here. Alright guys, on to the next spot. I had some potential, but not as much as I'd like to see. So we're gonna keep moving, trying to find something better. A lot more river to cover. Got about a 40-minute drive, and then we'll be to the next spot. Might even spend most of the rest of the day there. A lot of ground to cover. Alright guys, we are at the next spot. This is actually the area that I almost got trapped in a thunderstorm in on Sunday. This is actually where I had to stop fishing. So we're gonna go all the way to the back. See if we can't find some cleaner water. See what we can do. Right now we really don't have much of anything going, which is kind of scary, but I guess we shall see. So I'm literally fishing this stuff. I'm throwing this spinnerbait. I saw all those bait popping with my frog. And I throw this spinnerbait and I get shad to swim with my spinnerbait. Like, it's almost as if they think it's part of like a school. There's so much bait here, there has to be more bass. Because every cast I'm getting shad to swim with my spinnerbait. I mean, it's like my little, basically my little A-rig. How the? I just got broke off by a bass. That was a good one too.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. You would spend the rest of the day in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here till dark. I got one.
Nice. Good one?
Oh yeah. Yep. 16, 17 incher.
Oh, dude, you get 5 of those and you're in the money.
Alright, I'm breaking off the hook. Because I hooked this thing with a rusty ass hook. How are you hooked? Get off. Post spawner.
Huh.
Look at this. Watch, they're gonna drop people out. People or shipments, one of the two. I'm doing some military training over here. Look at that. Hope you guys, like, hopefully I can zoom with this GoPro deal and see only 2. Didn't really want to catch him, but at least we know. Alright guys, we are back at camp and we're kind of getting our stuff squared away here. Being that this campground is so dang dumb with their times they gotta leave, I wanted to get everything done before registration meeting tonight, which is in about 5 hours or so. I wanted to organize, clean out the car, clean up the tent, all that stuff, make sure I'm good to go, not forgetting anything tomorrow, but also to declutter the car, because like, so I had like all my fishing stuff in there in case there's something I needed to go back for something. And I'm trying to declutter the car right now just to kind of simplify things, clean up a little bit, making sure I'm not putting stuff in there that's just I'm gonna like get sidetracked by and forget what I actually need. So I'm putting what I actually need in the car, because that's what we're gonna stick to tomorrow. You can see I got all the stuff laid out. We're starting to get rigged up. Have to you know, play with the SD cards, get all the stuff from the past 2 days off and onto the computer and get fresh and ready for tomorrow, so that you guys are ready for episode 4 of Chasing Hardware. And right now episode 3 is about to come into a wrap. We're about to tune out here in a second. I'll show you guys a little bit of registration, but I hope you guys enjoyed episode 3. It was a brutal practice. Yeah, a brutal practice. Like, I didn't catch many bass, ran into some good stuff, lost a freak giant on Sunday, one that probably would have been my PB potentially. I'm pretty sure that thing was over 8 pounds, but leave a comment down below how big you think that bass was. But if you guys have not already, please like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let's get the thumbs up to 100. That would be pretty sick. And subscribe to Be The Fish YouTube channel if you've not already. I highly appreciate it. So we will see you guys bright and early. For me, bright and early. For you guys, we'll see you on episode 4 of Chasing Hardware. Let's go head to registration and get ready for the Hobie BOS on Lake Eufaula.